Leo, good morning. How you doing, Leo? So I keep hearing bonsai. So something about a tree, maybe, or Danielle, or Dan, or Danielson, or your son, or your mum, or your daughter. So something to around family here, Leo, spending time with family, or something like that. You're right, family, but something to do around family, or a tree, like an urn or an earnest. I think this came up on Patreon. Something to around an urn. I know I have Ernie or Bernie or Brian or Beth or Bristol or Brighton, different places in Britain also. But then I also heard Ern. So I don't know if there is like a deceased loved one or something like that where it's kind of like a shrine of a tree and an urn, and it's like someone's like memorial kind of energy here, like a day of Colin, or like a day of something like silence or something like that, or Simon, Steve, Sarah, a day of silence, like something like that, like I don't know, like a special tree or something, like a bonsai plant or a plant or flowers, trees. Don't know why I'm picking that up. Or trees are okay, but like a day of rest. So I need a break and a rest. Some of you might be coming, like going out for a break, and you're gonna like have some time off, and you're gonna go away somewhere. And I need some time off. I need a break away, and I need to get out. Okay, so some of you might be traveling or moving, traveling or physical movement, and I need to get out. Okay, so some of this might be where it's rent or something like that, and I've only got so long where I am. This could be working, it could be at your employment place, could be something to around a 3, which would be a fish. If I say place, you say 1, 2, 3, Pisces swinging on a tree. So it could be something like I've got to get out. I've either got to travel and go away for a little while and have a break from work and stuff like this, or it's something where I'm going to have to leave my job and I've only got so long to find another one, or I'm moving a house or a home and I've only got so long to find another one. Okay, so I mean, it could be all 3, Leo. I don't know. But I'm also hearing a trio of Leos. So you can have like 3 Leos or 3 Aquarians. Don't forget, I also read in numerology, meaning that you can watch this as an Aquarius or a Leo or a Life Path 8. All tarot card readings have numbers on top of them. And if 2 tarot card readings that are major arcana, that are star signs that represent an 8, which is Leo and Aquarius, they're both major arcana 8s. Whether you have Aquarius in your chart or not, you can also watch Aquarius readings. So if you are an Aquarian and you're watching this, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, and the messages relate to you, and you're watching Leo readings, it's because of the 8, okay? So that's that out of the way. So there's movement, traveling, getting out. I've only got so long before I have to go, okay, and find a new house, home, or job, okay, or Robin, Realms, Robertson, okay, and I've only got so long before I need to find something else to replace it. Okay, so it could be something about a placement. It could have something around a Life Path 3 or a Pisces. If I say place, 1, 2, 3, swinging on a tree might be a cod, haddock, fish, Pisces, place. So some of you are looking for a new place. Now, in Britain, what we call a house is, this is my place. It's not your place, it's my place. Okay, so a palace. So some of you might be going to Crystal Palace, or your name's Crystal, or Crystal Palace, or crystals. Some of you might be buying a load of crystals, and I can't wait for it to turn up. Something might be turning up at your door, and you can't wait for it to turn up. Some of you, it might be something to do around a DAW, that is mixing and mastering, like I do for Angel Radio as a music producer. So it's kind of like you might have a piece of music equipment or something like that turning up, or you're saving for something here, okay, or some sort of like equipment that I'm waiting for. Okay, for Scorpio, Aries, could be in your environment here. Anything else channeled wise? No, let's just stick with those 3 messages at the moment. A new job, a new house, a new town, a new home. If not, then it's like I can't wait to see my partner and get out for the day or travel somewhere. Okay. Some of you, I'm also picking up like a prison sentence for some reason, and I can't wait for them to get out of prison. Prison. I need to get out of prison, or I need for them to get out of prison. So I'm seeing a prism also, a prism, so around like Pink Floyd, or can't wait for them to get out the Aurora Borealis, or Alice, or Allison, or Crystal Palace, Crystal Rovers. Something about dogs, also dogs. I'm also hearing dog racing as well for some reason. Rachel. Anyway, so you're right, Leo. So here we go. So what we are going to do is we're going to do you another reading now, and I'm looking at. I've never really done, Putchi. I've never done a a Celtic cross before. Okay, but I'm going to pretty much show you. Let's go down on the table. Okay, so I'm going to look at, instead of doing it in this way, I'm going to do it my own way. Okay, so what we're going to look at is, where are you now? So where is Leo now? What is going on with Leo now? What is going on with Leo right now? So you've got friends, family. You've also got something very passionate, a very creative idea, like a very creative idea. This came up in Gemini reading, okay, over on Patreon, but it added 2 there. And it was, I'm unsure what path to take. I don't know which person to choose. I've got a creative idea, but I don't know how to go forward on it. Okay. Because it's like hesitation. I've got a really good idea that might bring in some more finances, or just something that I'm really passionate about, like a very creative idea. And this is trying to go forward and reach out to someone to say, I can lend you a hand. Okay. Like, I can give you a hand doing something, blah, 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 a thing or a Steve. But I can reach out and I can give you a hand doing something that's creative here. Now, this could be photography, music, or anything like that. But, like, you know, I've got a creative idea. I need to put this to you and let you know that I can do this sort of stuff here. So that's kind of where you might be now. Now, these can also be friends. Okay. Someone wants to talk, and this is talking. Okay. If this is your love life, you should be getting word from your actual love. And if it isn't, these are brothers and sisters. Okay. But very creative idea. Now, like I said, if you're not relating to this as a Leo, but you are as an Aquarian placement or a fish, 3, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, it's kind of like Patreon, clients, YouTube. It's also like a very creative idea, photography, music. This can also be sex and passion, something coming up here for you. Okay, flirting and teasing also. Okay, so if this isn't anything this phallic, this energy here is more about like family, spending time on the children, blah, 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 spending some time with my family here. Okay, so let's see. So what is the potential challenge for Leo? What challenges do they have to come up? These are also getting word, like emails, like if you're looking for work or you're looking to get an answer for something, this is the answer that actually comes in. Like, I'm looking for someone to reply. They will. It's like getting a reply back from someone. Whether that be love, job, work, finances, fun, you know. Because it's looking to somewhere to travel to also. The Knight of Cups is like, I'm looking to travel. I'm looking to buy tickets. I'm looking to go. Like, I'm looking, you know, for an email or waiting for a message to come back, and then it arrives here. Okay. So what is the challenge for Leo, please? What is the challenge for the next 48 for Leo? So this came up. There you go. You see, this came up in Gemini here. It was this and this here. It was about undecided about what to do about a creative idea, and I don't know where to go and what to do. So your challenge is that if there is a third party, okay, someone's not making a decision. So their or your challenge is to make a decision. Okay, someone has to make a decision, yes or no. Okay, this is a don't know yet. This is a yes. So if any of you are watching and you're like, well, I don't know whether to reach out to this person or not, I don't know whether to say anything to them or not, okay, your challenge is to reach out and find out where they are, what they're doing. Okay, whether there's a third party. Are they interested in another woman? Are they with another woman? Are they actually in a relationship? What are they doing? Well, possibly with another woman. This is also a mistress for me. Okay, it can be a mistress or mistress. But because these are also friends, this is also like concerned about what's going on here. So the challenge for anyone here is to speak up and ask. That's the challenge. Now, if you or they are interested in different people, and there are single energies here, that people that are single, and they're kind of like, check you out. I've been looking at you for a while. Okay, I need to know what's going on because I haven't really been communicating and I've been checking you out. Okay, I kind of want to know where I stand and what's been going on. Are you still available? Are you single or are you not single? But I also heard not single. So that might be a Pisces. This is actually my life path 3 or Pisces card. And I heard not single. So the energy is I either reach out and ask to find out if they're single or not. Okay. Because this is also wondering how the communication's going to go if someone decides, right, I'm thinking about this person and I'm going to reach out to them. Okay. When I reach out to them, they're either going to say yes or no, that they are in a commitment and a relationship with someone already. Okay. That'll be either a yes or a no. Okay. So the challenge is to ask, basically. That's the challenge. Okay. So so these are now coming out, what I'm doing now on Patreon, Leo, but I'm also using what's in like these cards here to clarify some of these also. And it went really well in the Scorpio reading. So it didn't come up in your one because I did yours yesterday, the Patreon, and I only decided it to do today. But I haven't posted yours yet. I actually forgot to post it last night. So let's see. What should Leo focus on? What should Leo focus on? So, talking, communicating, a new beginning, and look forward to the future of an Aquarius or Leo. So if your partner has Aquarius or Leo in their chart, is to focus on the partner, the one that you're with, because there are options here. There are people that are kind of floating around thinking, are you single? Or this could be the other person here. Okay. Are they single? Are they not single? Are they with someone? Are they with a woman or a man? Are they on their own? Are they not? Okay. So that could be something else that could be coming up as a third party. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's one energy. So things to focus on, Leo, is your actual relationship and to focus more on the future than the past. Like, don't focus on the past, focus on the future. Okay. A new beginning and a fresh start. Okay. Enjoying time spending with your partner and going out. This is also sex and like adventure and also going out as well. Talking quite a lot, catching up with a person. Okay. Now, if you guys have got like where there isn't relationship here, this is also what to focus on is also like friends and family and catching up with everybody here. I'm also in cat or catty or cattia or catch or hitch. Some of you might be getting hitched, which means there might be a marriage or a commitment here. Could be Will or Smith, William. But what to focus on is the actual future, okay, not the past, okay. So let's go to another one. Let's have a look at, because I've got like a list of 10 questions to go through, but that's going to be on Patreon when I do your readings. So let's see, what's in the hopes and fears of Leo? What's in the hopes and fears with Leo? Oh, this came up in the hopes and fears with Scorpio, life path 4 or Scorpio. This was to do with a divorce or a separation. Okay. Like some of your hopes and fears is the fact that they're not back with an ex. Okay, not Pisces. Like the hopes are for a new person that someone hasn't gone back into a karmic toxic situation with an ex. Now, this can be like family and friends and whichever way around it is, because this is soul group people. Okay, I'm intrigued to find out whether this person's with someone and whether they're actually back with their karmic ex or not, and I don't know whether they are or whether they're not. And I can't find that out unless I, one, stalk and spy and, stalk the shit out of someone, that actually come up in the Gemini reading. Someone was stalking on a Gemini, or the opposite way around. And because this is a Gemini or Capricorn energy here, 6. Okay. So hopes and fears are, is this person back with their ex? This always means X marks the spot to me. Mark, you're right, Mark. But like X marks the spot because it means Saturn. So it means a karmic energy. Have they or have they not gone back into something that is toxic, or that I believe is toxic, that they shouldn't be in? Okay. So there's an energy here of hopes and fears that I can also find more work for a lot of you, that I might not be able to find enough work, because this is I'm having to work extra hard in order to be able to get what I want with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. But some readings were different depending on what star sign placement you look at in. Because in one of the hopes and fears, the future outcome was the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, and something else. So money was very good for somebody. But on this one, the hopes and fears are that this toxic situation is over. Okay. But the fear is the fact that it isn't. That's the fear, is the fact that I'm not going to be able to find any work, that I'm not going to be able to move, that this isn't going to happen, because it's also movement. For anybody that wants to move, to transition from a job, a house, a home, or even a person, the fear is that this isn't going to go ahead. That's the fear. Okay. The hope out of all of that is for someone here of a third party that they're not actually with someone already. Okay. Or the name Edwina, or Ed, or Edmonds, or Holly, Jody, or Berry. Okay, that's the fear. The hope is that this toxic situation is, if a relationship is here, the hope is the fact that I want it to be over. The fear is the fact that it might happen again. So there's a little bit of like caution energy here, of a little bit like, oh, let's have a break. Let's have a Kit Kat. Let's, here. This is also sex as well. Like the devil energy here is also like intimacy and sex. And this is also intimacy and sex. So the hope is that there will be some, and the fear is that there won't. Because this is a yes or a no. Are we or are we not? Can we or can we not? Are we traveling or are we not? Are they in a relationship or are they not? Depending on which aspect you're looking at it from, Leo, or Aquarian, or cross-watcher. Okay. Are they in a relationship or are they not? Are they back with their ex or are they not? Are they still communicating with their ex or are they not? That's a fear. Okay. For someone. Should I talk to them or should I not? Should I reach out to them or should I not? Because this is fear. This is like, I don't know what the answer is without asking. And if I don't, and they don't make up their mind, my fear is the fact that I'm left in the dark, not knowing what's actually going on. So I don't know. Now, if it's about movement and transition towards job, I don't know yet. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. My hope's the fact that I find out, but my fear is the fact that it isn't going to. Okay. Now, there's also a fear of having a break from work as well. Like, I'm worried about having some time off work. Because it's kind of like I've got a lot to catch up on. And there's an energy here also of there's loads to catch up on with someone. Like, we need to talk. We need to catch up. Tell me more about the fear of why this is the hopes and fears. Well, hospital visit. So there could be something here to do with around hospitals. Could be to do with ADHD. Okay, because this is also sex here. This is also sex, and that's intimacy and sex. This is also possible hospitals and energy of like, because the devil can mean sporadic thoughts, like temptation and desire, and what do you desire and what don't you desire? Do you want sex or don't you? If there is ADD, I've gone through this multiple different times, okay? A person with ADHD is not always up for, I don't want to go into it, you'll need to look into ADHD, but if a person has ADHD, okay, it has to be on their terms and conditions because it's medical. It actually isn't a spiritual answer to it. So a person can't change because it's medical. Okay, it's, to be honest with you, I know this is a very bizarre way of looking at it, but it's us. It's like with ADHD or mental health, when you're in relationships, it's like looking at a person that's in a wheelchair and telling them to not be in a wheelchair and to actually get up and walk. They can't. It's a condition that they can't walk, right? So it's like telling someone that. So when it comes to mental health, because you can't physically see that with your own eyes, some people in life think, well, you can just get over that. I can't see it like I would be able to if you was in a wheelchair. But if it's mental health, it's mental health. It can't change. So there needs to be compromise. Okay. So this can be that when we looked in this energy of, did we look at challenge here? Challenge. Okay. Where are you now? Challenge. The challenge is that someone here could change their mind quite a lot. It's a yes 1 minute, then it's a no, then it's, well, I don't know. Are we or are we not in a relationship? Are we doing this or are we not? Like 1 minute you're okay, the next minute you're not. 1 minute that you're up for it, the next minute you're not up for it. Okay, so I can't quite make up my mind. But that could be because someone has a medical history of bipolar, or even, or Stephen, or ADHD. It's actually got H in there, right? So it could be Henry, Haley, anybody's got H in the name, Heather. But again, it's hospital. Okay, so in the hopes and fears is the fact that, well, like I said, if you know, you know. The better the devil you know is the fact that if you do know, or they know, that someone has mental health, you already know that. So there's no change there. Your hopes and fears are that I might not know the fact that they or you have mental health, because this means that, has both of you been checked up to say that you both don't? Okay, because you both good. Okay. Me, I mean, I have ADHD, and when I sat down last night, my legs, even now, my legs are, I get irritable leg syndrome, where I'm also having Down syndrome, or someone that works for children or disadvantaged children here. But my legs are like, when I try to sleep or rest, my legs are like this. Like I cannot like stop my legs from shaking. And it is so uncomfortable. That is ADHD. Okay. So that's just one of the things that happen with ADHD is irritable leg syndrome. Okay. But yeah, there is something here about my hopes are that I don't have it. My fear is that I need to go and find out. But my challenge is, do I actually know that they do? And if I actually know that they do, and that's my challenge, okay, then this is looking more towards the future of supporting the person and being on the same page with it, instead of being confusing, is learn to live with it and look more towards the future, what can be presented in the relationship, and more about their quality. Okay, I need to focus more on their good qualities than their bad qualities, because no one's ever perfect, Leo or Aquarian. No one's ever perfect in life. There's never that everlasting rainbow that someone may not always be perfect. Okay, so this person might not be perfect, could be a Pisces, but might not be so perfect in someone's eyes, but they are doing their best if it's medical. Okay, so that's your challenge, is to understand, to look forward to the future, and to compromise and see the best in the person and support them for being who they are. Because this could be why the hopes and fears are of why this has been toxic in the past. If I was to look at your past and do your readings properly, if your past energy would have been, you know what, this has been very toxic in the past, so on and so forth, and there's been a hell of a lot of shit gone on and blah, 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 but now I actually know that there is a medical condition, and the fact that it actually isn't a spiritual answer to why things have been so toxic. Okay, now at least we know, and now at least we know what to focus on and what not to focus on, because of attention deficit disorder of focus. This is also focus. I can't focus on two energies at once. I can only focus on one. Okay. So when you get things like ADHD, Leo, this is like a mother can also do this to someone, right? Like, hello, like I'm just trying to get your attention for a moment. Why can you not focus on me? I've got so much to do, man. I got work to do. Like just stop keep asking me hello, like trying to get my attention. Like, you're trying to get the attention of a person that has attention deficit disorder. So they can't always give you attention. If you get an attention seeker that will like, just want your attention for a moment, you're like, why are you not, hello? That is not the way to go with a person with ADD. Okay. So when a person struggles, okay, it's because they're balanced in their head. They're like, see, this is like chemistry, meaning that in their head, they may not be balanced within what they think, what they do, and how they act. It comes across as very strange. Stephen Strange, okay, Marvel, or Marvel, Melissa Maria, Michael Jackson, Julia Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But it comes across very strange because they're always saying yes 1 minute, no the next, or they are free, then they're not free. They can be with me, then they can't. They want sex, and they don't. They want this, then they don't. They want it their own way. They're very selfish. Selfish. You see? Sorry, but this is also my own reading. Right. You're all selfish. You always think about yourself than anybody else. I have to. I have attention deficit disorder. It's the only way I can ever really concentrate is when I think on myself. When if I have someone else to think about, it's very difficult for me to do that because when I'm only got me to think of, I'm obviously going to come up as one of the other conditions of ADHD. I can only think about myself. That's when I'm relaxed. When I don't have anybody else to contend with and think about who the fuck wants something and who doesn't want something, and am I performing great, and am I doing my best for you, and how do you see it and how do you not see it, and why can I not do right? That is a very confused energy of ADD. If your partner has it, then this is telling you to focus on their good qualities and not their bad qualities. Okay? So, at the moment, your whole weekly reading is not done in this manner. This is just telling you presently of hopes and fears and things to do, okay? What to look out for and stuff like that. If you want the outcomes of all of these, where I go through all 10, you will need the silver or gold tier over on Patreon. But because I only decided to do it this morning for Scorpio, I've done your reading how I normally do, which is a full table spread, all clarified, and showing you that. But after that, I will then start doing these readings for everybody over on Patreon, but it will be all 10 different ways of looking at it and also clarified by this. I'm actually really enjoying it because it's getting me to look in different aspects of who's who, separating the energy, finding the answer out, and letting you know what a person's going through. Okay, works out really well. So if you would like all of those, you will need the silver or the gold tier provided to you below. I've also got the join button, but a lot of people don't join until I go live. But I channel deceased loved ones, and you also get free tarot card readings for the people that have joined, or you can join when I go live, but it's only when I go live. You get to ask me whatever question you want, and I do my best to answer it with the tarot. It's $2 or $3. It is different than Patreon. Patreon is all the extended and all of the readings. The join button is personal readings, 2 or 3 cards, answer your question. We have some fun. Okay? So anyway, thanks very much, Leo. I really do appreciate all your support. Like, share, comment, subscriptions. Smash that like button for us, and I'll see you soon.